Steven Stamkos on the line. How you doing, Steve?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Have you ever speed walked before?
Pardon?
Have you ever speed walked before? Would you
No,
ever?
I have not.
No. Why would anyone
Not a
compete
big
in
speed walker.
Yeah.
It is a funny-ass competition
It
to watch.
is. Like,
though,
why
isn't
the
it?
hell would you do it?
It's like when you watch an Olympics, it's like, what the hell is this? Steve, let's start with the commercials from Bauer with you in them that are circulating. That I got to be honest, look like a hell of a lot of fun to put together. What was more fun, trying to shoot a puck through the uprights on a football field, or just breaking a bunch of stuff on the ice?
I think the breaking a bunch of stuff on the ice was pretty fun. I mean, usually you get in trouble if you're doing that as a kid, taking slap shots and breaking stuff. So that was a lot of fun to do that one.
We were watching it and we sent it out on our Twitter account, and we'll do it later. Like watermelons, gumball machine, TV, there was an aquarium. What was the most surprising reaction to something that you crushed with your slap shot?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think
Like sticking in the watermelon was pretty damn cool.
You
that was cool,
seemed really
especially
shocked when it stayed in the watermelon like that.
they showed us, as we did kind of each scene, they put it in really super slow-mo, and when I saw, I think it was the last watermelon, it just ate the puck, and I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't expect that.
I got to say, Steve, one of my personal favorites, maybe speaks to my immaturity, where you put it in the piñata was also quite amazing. Your thoughts on that generally?
That was, I'm the same way as you. I was like really excited that I shot it right there.
Yeah,
and then when we weren't sure exactly, and again, we went back and looked in the super slow-mo and, confirmed what we thought had happened, and everyone had a good chuckle. So,
also, just to confirm, Steve, the fine china scene, did you have one puck go through all 7-8 dishes, or did you have to take a couple whacks of that one?
no, that one was, I think they had, whether it was 10 dishes, and it was tough because, when you shoot a puck, the trajectory of the puck is that it rises.
Right.
So it's not like it could go straight through all 10. So we hit about 7 with the first puck, and then I think we shot another one and cleaned off the last couple.
All right, one more on why you're so awesome. I heard in some of the notes that we got that you shot a puck 100 yards, but they didn't catch it on film. Is that true?
Yeah, I was disappointed about that one.
How did that happen? How did they not catch it?
I'm hoping either someone had a cell phone camera out, or they just told me they didn't get it, and then they're going to secretly release it later. I don't know. I'm hoping for that.
Steve Stamkos here on Tim and Sid. Any further questions about breaking stuff or field goals, Timmy?
I could spend the whole segment talking about it, but I think we should talk some hockey too.
The 8-year-old in me thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's move on, Steve. Obviously, you and Coach Cooper are taking it very easy this preseason. What's your status now? How do you feel in terms of close to 100%? And what's your preseason schedule you think over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think I'm actually hoping to get into the game. We have a home game tomorrow night, so I think the plan is for me to hopefully get in that one. Nothing confirmed yet, but I'm feeling great. I think it's to have that whole summer of strength training and just mentally getting over where I was at the end of last year. It's almost night and day with how it feels compared to how we ended the season. So I'm pretty excited about that.
How do you get over it, the mindset of just, you've spent so much time on this rehab, and I guess a screw came out last month again. Is there, do you work with anyone to get past that, or is that just natural because you've gone through kind of things like this before?
Yeah, I think you just, you obviously live and learn as you go through the process, but, you talk to other people, you have support of, friends and family and medical staffs and people, who maybe had this injury before, but for the most part, it was pretty easy to be motivated to come back last year, being an Olympic year and trying to come back and then, not having that and getting ready for the playoffs. So I think it was just nice to have a summer where, we weren't really gearing up towards everything. It was kind of at your own pace, kind of go by, how your body feels. And, it reacted great and came here excited, and we have a lot of new faces on the team, and I was just anxious to get back down here and get things going.
Two-time NHL goal-scoring champion Steven Stamkos here on Tim and Sid. Steve, news this week that the World Cup of Hockey will be making a return. Reports indicate August of 2016 is when it will come back, probably in Toronto. But speculation past that turns towards the IOC and what it means about the relationship between the NHL and the IOC and South Korea in 2018. And there's a lot of talk that this is the beginning of what will be a separating of maybe pros at the NHL level and the Olympics in terms of ownership, and maybe that's what they want as well. How much would it break your heart to not get another kick at that can and participate in an Olympics?
Yeah, I think for me personally, I want another chance to play in the Olympics. Obviously, if you talk to some guys that have gone over and won gold medals, maybe it's a little different answer. But for me, obviously, last year was pretty tough pill to swallow. 2010 was a little easier. I was young. This time, I was excited to be a big part of that. Obviously, it didn't work out. So me personally, I would love another chance to play, but we'll see what happens in the near future here.
Steve Stamkos joining us here on Tim and Sid. A coworker of mine who loves to look at research sent some notes saying that in your first 6 seasons, you have 2 seasons over 50 goals, including a 60 snipe season with a run to the conference finals. And that's exactly the same as your boss, Steve Yzerman, after his first 6 seasons in the NHL. He had 2 over 50, 160, and a decent run. Do you ever have chats about what it took for him to get to the next level?
Well, we've definitely talked about, the player that I want to be and become, and, the way his season, or his professional career started. But, for the most part, Steve he kind of gives, guys space and gives the coaching staff space and little things like that. I mean, he doesn't want to get overly involved, but for me, he was definitely a guy that, I kind of idolized him and Joe Sakic when I was a kid. So for me to have him here and be able to talk to him on any given day is definitely something I use from, take advantage of. But I didn't know that stat, so that, hopefully, if I keep following in the footsteps, that'll lead to some bigger and better things here in Tampa.
And if you ever need any ammo with him, you can also remind him that he had Fedorov, Lidstrom, and Shanahan with him.
Yeah. Good points, McAuliffe. Good points.
Not bad players.
No, not bad players.
Not bad. Steven Stamkos here on Tim and Sid. Steve, has the organization approached you about a contract extension?
No. From my knowledge in the CBA, I can't really. Well, we obviously can't sign anything till next summer if that was the case. So we haven't discussed that yet. No.
And obviously that's to be decided in the next few years. Let's focus on last year, though, because as trying as it was for you, you guys did get to that postseason. You were in there with the Habs, and obviously that series didn't go the way you wanted. But as a younger team, what did you guys take away from that sweep that maybe you didn't know prior to going into the postseason?
Well, I think you take away that bitter feeling that when it's all over. Hopefully we learn from that. But I think it was a trying year for us. It was a great regular season with all the things that went on with injuries and trades and 10 or 11 rookies that we had in the lineup, and then coming into the playoffs. I remember my first playoff round. I think it took me the full round to just kind of get to grips, the pace of the game, what each play meant, the sacrifices you had to make to ultimately win. So hopefully the guys that was their first taste, second time around, have those experiences and can draw upon them and obviously get better. And I think from a player's perspective, we saw what the GM and the owners did this summer to improve our team, and that's all you can ask for as a player. So we're obviously trying to build off last year and go a little further this time around.
I feel like we could spend the next half hour talking about the team and what a lot of people expect from the team this year, but your time precious, and we have run out of it on our side. Really appreciate you taking the time, though, and talking with us.
No problem. Anytime, guys.